Iran's elite Revolutionary Guard fired 9 long and medium-range missiles during war exercises on Wednesday. Iran says the drills are in response to U.S. and Israeli threats and only for defensive purposes. Liao Liang has more.
The missiles were fired in response to Iranian concerns of a possible U.S. or Israeli attack. Reports say the missiles include a new version of the Shahab-3 missile with a range of 2,000 kilometers. The war games were conducted at the mouth of the Strait of Hormuz, a strategic waterway where about 40% of the world's oil passes through. The military says it's ready to defend its land and borders and is ready for action against enemy threats.
We want to tell the world that those who conduct their foreign policy by using the language of threat against Iran have to know that our finger is always on the trigger. We have hundreds and even thousands of missiles ready to be fired against the predetermined targets.
If the reported range of Iran's Shahab-3 missiles is true, then it's capable of reaching Iran's longtime foe, Israel. Israel says Iran is being aggressive and action should be taken. Israel says Iran is posing a threat to them, the Middle East and Europe. But Iran's defense minister says the country's missile capacity is only for defensive purposes. Liao Liang, CCTV.
The United States has condemned Iran's test firing exercise, saying it bolsters the need for missile defense shields in Europe. And Israeli officials say it shows Iran's nuclear ambitions need to be stopped. Zhang Siwei has more.
U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice suggested the tests justified U.S. plans for an anti-missile shield with bases in Eastern Europe.
That those who say that there is no Iranian missile threat against which we should be building missile defenses perhaps ought to talk to the Iranians about their claims, even about the distance and the range of the missiles that they test fired. It's time for the Iranians to stop violating their Security Council obligations and start fulfilling them.
U.S. Defense Secretary Robert Gates played down the possibility of an imminent military confrontation between the U.S. and Iran.
The reality is that there is a lot of signaling going on, but I think everybody recognizes what the consequences of any kind of a conflict would be.
What we have to do is get the Europeans.
The two U.S. presidential candidates also expressed their differing policies for dealing with Iranian threats. Barack Obama emphasized diplomacy and sanctions, while John McCain pointed toward the need for an expansive missile shield. In Israel, legislators are worried about Iran's military capacity.
Let's make it clear. If those missiles one day will be equipped with nuclear warheads, this will produce existential threat to Israel and very serious threat to Western Europe altogether. Therefore, we have to do our utmost to stop the Iranian nuclear project before such missiles can really become devastating.
The United States and its allies have accused Iran of trying to develop weapons under the cover of civilian nuclear programs. Iran has denied the charges and insists its nuclear program is strictly for peaceful purposes. Zhang Siwei, CCTV.